Maybe I'm a bird following the seasons. This is what I've learned. I'm different for a
Get it all done with me as I check things off my cleaning to-do list. Today's video is filled with tons of cleaning motivation. We're going to be decluttering and organizing, making changes to my apartment to update the space, going grocery shopping, sharing a haul, and then we're going to end it with a good old chit chat on what not to do when you're in the current waiting season. I know it can be challenging, you guys. I'm currently in it myself, so make sure to stay to the end because there's a lot of tips and tricks that I share with you guys during that chit chat.
let it be unique. Run away with me. Love me like a. Love me like a. Love me like a. Love me like a stranger. Maybe you're a bird singing for believers, a song meant to be heard, but never meant for preaching. I don't know where you're gonna head off to, but I know that you'll go where your heart's at. You might cross the sea. What will be, will be. Wanna make this adventure with you. Love me like a stranger, like a melody flowing wild and free. Love me like a stranger, let it be unique. Run away with me. Love me like a. Love me like a. Love me like a.
Yes, we are continuing the process of decluttering and organizing. I know I shared with you guys in a recent video 5 areas I was able to tackle by decluttering, organizing, and purging things that I no longer needed to keep around. But of course, there are still areas that I need to go through. So today we're going to be focusing on this cabinet. It's a mix of different things from hair supplies and tools, puzzles, games, all of the things. So I'm going through and really seeing what items I can actually throw away. And you guys, we were able to throw out a pile of things. Just you wait and see.
Let's get some sun, baby, it's time to go. All we need to put on is the radio. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh, no, we run the show. Let's get louder, come on, lose control. Got to live or we get too old. Come on, shine, shine a little tonight. Let's get louder, come on, lose control. Ain't no limit while we go for gold. We can shine, shine a little tonight. Shine a little tonight. Shine a little
At first, I thought I was going to have to find a different solution to store all of these items, but after going through and throwing away a lot of things that were in that bin, I had way more room to organize all of the other stuff that I did have. So thankfully, we were able to make this space work.
I can feel the heat Tell me how, and I'll do it, babe. I love it when you whisper in my ear.
Here is the finished look. Complete transformation. I must say there is a bunch of stuff that I got rid of, but for the most part I was able to make this space work. Down at the bottom is going to be all of our like hair supplies, all of that kind of stuff. And then up at the top is going to be a mix of like board games. Lately I have really been into puzzles, so we picked up a bunch of them from Walmart. So we have those 3 puzzles. I've done one already. I want Riley to help me with the bell one. It's 500 pieces, and then there's a 1,000-piece puzzle, which I know I'm going to do myself, but I just have been enjoying puzzles lately. So up at the top, it's going to be puzzles, board games, and then also just all of my Cricut stuff. I honestly have nowhere else to really store this stuff. So again, this is just a makeshift cabinet, but I do like the difference with separating everything based on each of the shelves. So using what we have to work with, and I think I did a pretty good job. As for the stuff that I am throwing away, this is all going into the trash. The only thing that I may donate is this game. It's never been played before, pun intended. I always have the idea of wanting to have like a house party or something like that and play games, but it's literally been sitting here for a couple years at this point. But everything else is going to go into the garbage. It's old hair supply stuff that I'm not like a huge fan of. I know people have really recommended using like the Uncle Funkies, but I'm just really not that impressed. So I don't want to hold on to it because I literally never, ever grab for it. And then everything else is just going to be old scarves and random hair stuff. The next change that I'm looking to do is actually one that you guys had suggested, and then I just started really thinking about it. But I want to remove all of the bikes and the stuff in this corner and switch it out with my standing desk and walking pad. And instead of having my office in my bedroom, I want to have it out here and see how much more productive I could be, because it's only going to allow me to separate the two, where it's like in my bedroom is sleep, unwinding, relaxing, and has nothing to do with work anymore. And it was a little bit of a challenge having, you know, my work area in there, and I'm also sleeping in there, and like that room just has like everything. So I don't know if it's even going to fit. And then I'm also thinking, before you know it, Christmas time is going to be coming around, and that's where I have my Christmas tree. But I'm hoping I could put the Christmas tree over on this side. I think the first year we were here, I put it on that side. So we do have a backup there, but I'm going to measure and see if I can fit it there, because I want it to be directly against the wall that the TV is on. And then this way I can have my walking pad out this way, because I think if I put it like the desk facing the wall, I'm not really going to have any space to walk and use the walking pad. So we're going to see, hopefully this works out, and test it out, try it out, and hopefully we're just even more productive during the workday.
And up in the clouds, but I've always felt that something's missing.
The first thing I wanted to do was to measure to make sure that the desk was even going to be able to fit into this corner. As I measured, I was going to have to move over the cabinets slightly, but I felt like I was going to be able to make it work. So once I was able to see that we could definitely use this space and change it into my own, I guess, at-home office, if you want to call it, I removed everything from the corner, started vacuuming, and now it's time to head back into my room and start the process of removing everything off of the desk. I needed to unplug the monitors, and I wanted to try my best to unplug the least amount of items as possible, because I don't know what I was doing when I first put this thing together, and somehow it worked, and I don't know if I would be able to replicate that again. So the least amount of cords that need to be pulled out was my main goal.
I've been waiting for the one forever. got you, baby, here in my heart. When I'm with you, I feel so much better. Oh, yeah. Before you, I was just a shell, so stuck in the dark. You came into my life and started a fire. You made me feel like I could touch the sky. Oh, there's nothing missing now that you're my desire. Now all I have to do is to make you mine. 'Cause I know, and you know what we could be. Like a song, like a perfect melody. Baby, don't say you don't believe in me. 'Cause you know, and I know, we're onto something good. You know, and I know, we got something good. Follow your heart, baby, don't be shy. Just follow yours and I'll follow mine. 'Cause I know, and you know what we could be. Like a song, like a perfect melody. Baby, don't say you don't believe in me. 'Cause you know, and I know, we're onto something good. You know, and I know, we got something good. Something
So I tried also putting it over here, just because I really didn't have too much space over in this corner. I don't mind it here. However, when I'm not using my walking pad, I have no place for it to lean up against against the wall. So really, I only have this little corner to use, and I have a feeling I'm gonna have to have the desk up against this wall, which I don't love, because moving this over, it's not center to the TV, and I don't like that either. And to be honest, I would rather this section be not saying a little off, but I kind of want to keep this as center to the TV as much as possible. We're gonna give it a try. To be honest, you guys, it took so long to get this desk out of my room because the corner and the hallway is so tight that I was not even sure if I was going to be able to do it. So at this rate, we need to make this work, because I don't even want to think about trying to put it back. So we're gonna make it work. Even if it doesn't look the best, we're going to test this out for a little while, because just the I'm trying to think of just the work that I had to do to even bring this out here. I'm not putting it back. I'm not putting it back. So we're gonna make this work.
You know that I'm the queen of overthinking. It's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us. Please don't give up on me.
After all of that hard work getting this desk over here, I'm actually really excited. I feel like change can be good in ways that it almost makes things or life easier, and then you start to think to yourself, like, why didn't I think of this sooner? So I'm excited to see how my productivity with work is going to change, and how much better my sleep is going to change as well, now that my desk has been removed from the bedroom.
As I'm walking to your place, I'm shaking. I am picturing the worst in my mind. I cannot stand losing you. No, I will fight. 'Cause I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us. Please don't give up on me. At
So we finally have everything that I need for work over here in this corner. And honestly, it's not too bad. I am still interested in seeing how like the work week will go this week, but for the most part, I do like how everything looks. And I did quickly check to make sure that both of my monitors were working, because that's like the biggest thing. I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to like setting everything up. I kind of just do trial and error. And with the move, I didn't want to mess any of that kind of stuff up. But we do still have to move the bike and then all of the other stuff that was in the corner as well. If I could be honest, I don't love the idea of putting the bikes in my bedroom, but with the winter coming, she's not really going to be riding her bike as often, and I honestly had nowhere else to put it. So again, you have to make do with what you have, and this is just going to have to work for now. All right, so let's do a quick little grocery haul. I didn't pick up too many items, but I needed to restock up on some snacks for Riley. So I got some Funyuns for her. And then I also wanted to add in some pretzel crisps as well. For when I send her soup, she loves these soup crackers. They're also a really great snack as well. I told her I wanted to start focusing more on fruits and stuff. So I got 2 oranges, which I can cut up, some strawberries, and then also some grapes to put into her lunch. And I wanted to make some chili. The weather's starting to get a little bit cooler, and I just love chili and cornbread. So I'm gonna make some chili using this ground turkey. I like to use a taco seasoning packet. We're gonna make some cornbread. Needed to get some more tomato sauce, and then we're trying to switch things up in regards to her lunch. So I picked up Wow Butter this time. So I'm gonna try Wow Butter and jelly, see how that goes. She's had it in pre-K, but it's been a while since she's had it, and she said she was open to it. So gives me something else to make. Also gets, I also got some black beans, red beans, salsa for the chili. Also for snacks, some more Go-Gurts, and then we just needed some more shower gel. This was on sale. So that is everything that I picked up. I want to say I spent about $50–$60, so not too bad for the week. We're in the new office location, and I will say I am so happy that I was able to make this change and adjustment. It's really only been about a day, so I haven't had like too much experience, but so far I've been able to so far today I've been able to be so much more productive. I have some nice like jazz music playing in the background, and I've just gotten so much work done this morning alone, and I'm just like really happy and proud of myself about that. But what has just been weighing on my heart a little bit is with change, you know, we've made this, I don't want to say a huge change, but we've made this change and adjustment in my apartment. And also at the same time, we're nearing the end of the year, and so many of us are still focused on the change that we want to see in our lives. And in the mornings, I kind of like switched my morning routine up a bit. I'm trying to, you know, spend more time with God, and I've been doing a devotional, and one that I have done, years ago with like my like Bible study, and basically it just goes over all of the women in the Bible, and one woman in particular so far that I've read, I'm only on the third because I've been doing it for about 3 weeks now, is going to be Sarah. And the reason that Sarah really kind of like speaks to me in this moment is because she had been hoping and praying to have a child with her husband Abraham, and you know, we're talking around this time, she's in her late 70s, early 80s. You know what I'm saying? And it got to the point where she just didn't feel as if that was, you know, for her anymore, because, you know, she's getting older age, and, you know, this day and age, no one is having a baby that old. So what she ended up doing is she took her maid servant, Hagar, I believe I'm saying her name correctly, Hagar, and she gave her to her husband so that they could kind of, you know, create a baby together, and then that would help, you know, extend her and Abraham's lineage. So Hagar got pregnant, and Sarah started to feel upset about it. You know what I mean? And the reason that this speaks so much to me is sometimes we have been praying for so long, or been wanting and longing for something for so long, and when it doesn't happen as quickly as we would want it to happen, instead of trusting God, we take things into our own hands, and that just makes the whole entire situation worse than if you would have just been obedient and trusting and faithful, you know. And that's basically exactly what ended up happening with Sarah. She, you know, started treating her servant poorly and kind of like made her leave, and then only to find out, I want to say Abraham was 90 and Sarah was like in her like early to mid 80s when God said that he is going to bless them with a baby this time next year. And again, it's so crazy to think that this is something that she was finally like an answered prayer. But if she would have just been faithful and waited the entire time, she would have taken all of that frustration and hurt that she put onto herself because she didn't want to wait. And now she's in the situation that she's in. And the reason that it sits home for me is because there are so many things that I would like to take into my own hands, and there are so many unanswered prayers that I have had, and I'm pretty sure many of you guys have had as well. But sometimes it takes a lot longer than what we want, and that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. But I think at the same time, instead of just sitting around and waiting with our feet up and waiting for God to answer these prayers, like, we should be preparing for it because we trust and believe that it's going to come to pass. So in the moment, as you're waiting for God to answer this prayer for you, or this longing for that you've had for a while, you should be preparing so that when it comes, you're good. You know what I mean? That you're there. You don't start the prepping process after the fact. No, you should be prepping in the waiting season now so that when your blessings do come, you're ready. And a lot of the times, I know I've mentioned this before, but a lot of times we're not getting our blessings because we're sitting around and literally twiddling our thumbs and waiting, when that's not what God wants us to do at all. He wants us to be preparing. And there's so many things that Sarah could have been preparing if she trusted and believed in God that she was going to be with child. And, you know, she could have been preparing her home. She could have been just preparing everything. And instead, she didn't want to wait. She felt as if God was taking too long, and she took things into her own hands, and it ended up just causing a lot of harsh feelings towards the situation and towards Hagar, and that's never a good thing. So I kind of just wanted to leave you guys with that because it's something I've been thinking about for a little while now. because the devotion just has you thinking about how the different things that these women have gone through and how they can be applied to present day life. And that is the biggest thing that I could possibly think of is, you know, even if I'm going to be fully transparent, like even with the house that I had told you guys that just didn't end up working out, like I could have made it work out. I could have absolutely made it work out, like, and put things into my own hands, but I didn't want to do that, because one of the prayers that I always say, if this is not for me, then close the door. But little do we realize is that when that door does close, our feelings are still hurt. But at the end of the day, you have to trust and believe that God has something better for you. And that's what I'm choosing to believe. So during this time, I'm going to prepare my finances. I'm going to declutter my home, because when I do get that house, because I know it is coming, when I do get that house, I'm not bringing things that no longer serve me, that are currently here in this home, to my new home, into my new chapter in life. And I'm not going to have to figure out my finances then, because I've already done the work and figured things out during the waiting season. So just kind of wanted to leave that with you guys, for any of you guys who are still just waiting for things to come to pass in your life, that don't be so hasty and taking things into your own hands, because I am sure it's not going to turn out the way you wanted it to, and it's better to just be faithful and wait on God. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys right back here in my next video.